today Alex had her ECT appointment.
Which is electric convulsive therapy, for those who don't know.
Right. And she has been going once a week, and this is like a maintenance time right now, because before it used to be 3 days a week, and now it's 1 day a week. And the doctor said that eventually it'll go to once every 2 weeks, and once every 3 weeks, stuff like that. Because Alex has been doing so great, and everybody agrees.
Yep.
Yeah. And so today, when we got in the car, when I picked Alex up, we were kind of on the same wavelength. So right now, I've been retired for 2 months, and the kids are getting ready to go back to school, and Alex isn't going to be working temporarily. And so yesterday, I, for one, had about a 4-hour period in the afternoon where I had nothing to do. And I think that was too much time on my hands. And you were kind of saying the same thing, right?
Yeah. Monday, I just had an off day, and I didn't know why until Tuesday. I met with my friend who's also in a period of transition. She and I were talking about just what to do with our time.
Is she retired, or she was laid off?
She was laid off.
She was laid off because she's your age, right?
Yeah, she's my friend from high school.
Yeah.
And we were both really in sync talking about how we need to have a purpose and feel like we're doing something, but also giving space to just enjoy life and be in the moment. And although, at least for me, I love to work. So to me, it's not intuitive to not be working. But to enjoy the moment and enjoy, if I want to eat ice cream. Obviously, don't eat the whole gallon. But, do the things that you love and that you, I'm not a person. So one of the things that was funny to me is I went to the gym the other day and I worked out, and then my dad's trainer walked up to me and she was feeling my shirt, and then when she was done, she was like, you didn't work out. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, you didn't sweat. And I was like, thinking in my mind, well, I guess I did it wrong. But what I'm trying to say here is, after talking to my friend, is, you have to give yourself space to do the things that you want to do, not the things you feel like you're forced into doing.
Yeah.
And especially in my whole mental health journey and thinking about people, one of my other friends, he was having a really hard day yesterday, and he was texting me, and I called him and I said, hey, this is your reality. That's how you're doing right now. I can't convince you otherwise because that's your reality. So I have to validate that. And then, give you space to process whatever you need to do. And his was complicated anyway. That's not the point. But the point is, validate the situation. Oh, hey, I really want to, right now I'm at my sister's. Hey, I really just want to be with my sister. So I'm not going to be I don't want to be on my phone a lot. I don't want to,
maybe we shouldn't be doing this vlog then. But this is the only time we have today.
She was fine with it.
Yeah.
She told us to go do it.
Yeah, she's cool with it. Well, she doesn't want us to be in her space all the time either.
Right.
That's the way she is.
Right.
Yeah, just kidding. She's great. So I really, when you were saying that, I really heard that because when I talked to my therapist on Monday, she was talking to me about being present, about being grounded. She told me that was sort of like my homework, was to do a little bit of work and figure out what that meant, to be present and to be to be grounded. There was another word for it, but I can't think of it right now. But to be in the moment. And yes, obviously that's really important. And because for so long, we both were overscheduled, overprogrammed,
Right.
Pulled in a million directions at once between work and home and, any hobbies, recreation. Yeah, there wasn't too much time for recreation
Right, right.
and hobbies and things like that. So now we have some space and some time for that. But I also felt like it was important to sort of like dig deep and find out what those areas are going to be for the future, and not just make a knee-jerk, oh, I need to fill up my space, I need to fill up my time, I need to go volunteer, I need to go to the this shelter or that shelter or whatever. But one of the things I did think about during my 4-hour hiatus was that I might like to do a soup kitchen, because I don't know if it's because I've been seeing so many homeless people in California and here, and it just seems to be like epidemic proportions, the homelessness, and trying to do what we can do to take care of people who are in that situation. Because that's the Bible tells us to do that sort of thing, and that's what we're supposed to do: take care of people and the widows and the homeless. And but I don't know what that's gonna look like. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, so like I told you last night on the phone, for me, I know two things. My heart is for prayer, and that's why I joined the prayer team at my church, Hope City. And I'm in the process of joining the prayer team and having community and fellowship. And that's also why it was so sweet to be with my friend yesterday, because she's like similarly aligned with prayer, and also fighting human trafficking. So for that, it's working with my not leading the group like I did with the oil and gas trafficking awareness group, but my friend David Reed, who started Red M, the work they're doing, just volunteering with them, and they're in the process of launching something similar to OGTAG, so helping with that, and meeting with my friend Jennifer and talking to David, just staying updated, and my husband working in the space, just being aware of what's going on. And like for Red M, they're working on a Venezuelan night to remember. So I talked to the lady who's running that, and just talking about what we can do to support it, pass it along to all of our Venezuelan friends.
And that's because, why is that? Why are they doing the Venezuelan Night to Remember?
Because it's a way to raise funds. And they already did a Scottish Night to Remember. And they have a few others in the works. But it's really to raise funds.
And awareness.
And awareness, yes.
Yeah. So about people, I would guess people from Venezuela, a lot of people are getting trafficked. When they try to come in and they get a bum steer and, wind up in a bad situation.
Not only here, but in Colombia, like at the Venezuela-Colombian border, there's a lot of trafficking going on because of the poverty in Venezuela, because, like you're saying, people are getting a bum steer, and just the deception around trafficking and what's going on. And so there's a lot of women and children getting trafficked in Colombia and Venezuela.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I particularly am looking for, because yesterday that 4-hour window was in the afternoon. In other words, if I go to the gym in the morning and then have lunch, after lunch is a big time, because what I've been doing is, cooking for several days at a time. And so I don't even have to make dinner. Yesterday I didn't even have to make dinner. It was already done.
Yeah.
And so what do I do in the afternoon? What can I do? Like, how is the Lord leading me? And so I was wondering, like at the soup kitchen idea or the senior Meals on Wheels idea, is there a place where women who are coming out of trafficking, is there a place where where they need help? Like
Yeah,
go
of course.
there, be there with them. I don't know.
Yeah, of
Stuff
course.
like that.
There's so many nonprofits.
Take them shopping. I
So
don't
many
know.
nonprofits helping women in Houston because Houston is a hub. We could definitely look at that and see what's out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because ministry to women, I think,
Yeah.
would I would really like doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would. I did volunteer at the women's shelter in Fort Bend County for a short window before, getting into the restaurant industry and starting the restaurants and stuff like that. I did that for a little while, and it's good. It's really rewarding. So so that might be something that we can explore and do together, like to work into a schedule, because I really do think that it's important for everybody, especially if you don't have a job that forces you to have a schedule, to create one for yourself.
Right, like Nora, like your granddaughter.
She wrote it out.
Her schedule.
Her summer schedule.
And Lizzie said she followed it for a few days, so at least she made one.
Well,
My
she's
kids,
9.
yeah, my kids don't have that.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really good idea. And yeah, you're right.
So so that's where we are, kids.
Yep.
And we'll keep you posted on the progress that we're going to make and how we plan to end human trafficking.
That's right.
Worldwide.
Yep.
Worldwide.